PNG Air Service moves to modernise air traffic safety. Only nickel mine remains closed following investigations. And awards up for grabs for PNG Sports men and women.
This is National EMTV News with Meriba Tulo.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us for Saturday's news. Papua New Guinea Air Services Limited is in the process of delivering a program that will modernize air traffic service delivery right across Papua New Guinea. The company graduated its first lot of aerodrome controllers yesterday. 2 females are among the 4 pioneer graduates of the program.
The aim of PNG ASL is to give PNG a modern, regionally compatible and expandable system that will improve safety and service delivery to domestic and international aviation industry. A critical component in the modernization program is the need to improve the air traffic control training systems. The first of these systems is the 3-dimensional air traffic control tower simulator installed in PNG ASL's headquarters building. This state-of-the-art air traffic control simulation system, which consists of a large 240-degree projection screen and 4 high-performance LCD projectors, were put through acceptance testing by PNG ASL technical and operational specialists.
You'll find that the training that is conducted is more realistic to our environment and our air traffic control procedures, whereas the overseas training is generic based on their overseas procedures, so they have to retrain here in the actual control tower to consolidate the procedures here. So it is again a very, very important achievement for us.
This system provides an immersive 240-degree visualization of the airport and surrounds, allowing trainees to become accustomed to cues that will be used in real operations. Previously, the company had to send trainees to Singapore and New Zealand to undergo the aerodrome controllers course. Now, thanks to the modernization program, these 4 graduates are privileged to be pioneers of training in PNG.
We see this a win-win situation not only for us trainees but also for the company in terms of costs, saving costs in training new people.
Currently, PNG ASL can simulate operations at Jackson's Airport in Port Moresby and Nadzab Airport in Lae. Work is underway to generate airport models for Rabaul, Medang, Goroka and Mount Hagen. Ultimately, this will allow pre-deployment and refresher training for all control towers across the country. The program is receiving funding assistance from the National Development Bank, along with the Papua New Guinea and Australian national governments. Lorraine Gabina, National EMTV News.
The indefinite closure of the Ramu nickel mine in Medang has drastically affected people next to the mine. Usinobundi MP Anton Yagama expressed this in Parliament this week. However, Mining Minister Byron Chan says the mine will remain closed until investigations are completed.
The only nickel mine in the country has been closed for nearly 7 weeks. Operations at the mine ceased, including the withdrawal of both national and foreign workers. All this happened after a high-pressure pipe burst, killing a foreign employee and injuring 3 other national staff. The shutdown of the mine affected surrounding communities, business and other stakeholders in the area.
Shutdown has also affected the small local business people who relied on the mine for their very existence. Bulk of them have stopped operation, like the vegetable supplier, the PMV operator, the village trade store.
The Usinobundi MP questioned the mining minister on how soon the mine will restart operations and why it has taken too long.
When will the mine reopen, as it is really affecting the daily lives of my people and the company MCC?
Minister responsible Byron Chan said though the mine is significant to the country and people of Medang, normal processes will take place for an investigation into the incident.
It has taken 7 weeks because of the independent inspector assessing the incident area.
Chen told Parliament an independent assessor is leading the investigation and will present the report next week.
Possible opening trains 1 and 2 of the mine based on the outcome of that investigation. The third train, which has caused this accident, will be still shut down.
The Ramu nickel mine is the single largest nickel mine in the country. Jack Lapava Jr., National EMTV News.
Disaster-affected province, Northern Province, is still waiting for its 3 million kina in disaster funding from the national government. Northern Province Governor Gary Juffa expressed concern surrounding the whereabouts of this funding in yesterday's Parliament sitting. The 3 million kina was allocated for disaster management and mitigation in 2013 when disaster struck Northern Province.
It's almost 2 years since the 3 million kina funding was allocated and promised for disaster management and mitigation for Northern Province. Yesterday, Northern Governor Gary Juffa questioned Minister Responsible and Deputy Prime Minister Leo Dion where this funding is parked and how soon it will be released to help the province.
The balance of 3 million kina has not yet been remitted, and the provincial government still awaits that balance so that it can build its provincial disaster management centre.
Governor Juffa added that despite the province not being affected now, this funding will help the province establish its plans and framework when disaster strikes.
During times when we are not faced with disaster, this is the time when we have to develop and build our mechanisms to be prepared.
Responding to this concern, the Deputy Prime Minister said he has not cited any report and will check with his department for this promised funding.
Provincial governments should take certain responsibilities in relation to the allocation of the funding.
Dion also mentioned that it is crucial for every disaster-prone province to establish disaster centres and work with the department.
Because of the present financial situation that we have, they must take on the responsibilities from the allocated PSIP or DSIP funding as well.
Jack Lapava Jr., National EMTV News.
You're watching National EMTV News. We'll have more stories for you when we return. Stay with us. Welcome back to National EMTV News. 29 universities and other institutions from Australia are in the country for the 2016 Australia Future Unlimited Tertiary Education Roadshow. This year has seen an increase in the number of universities participating and promoting their programs. The roadshow began today in Port Moresby.
University of Queensland, Australian National University, Bond University and James Cook University were just some of the universities that are talking with high school students and the public on how they can study at an Australian university.
The crowd numbers are great this year, probably about the same or maybe a bit up on previous years, so there is obvious strong interest in this country and opportunities to study in Australia. So this roadshow is designed to give them the chance to meet with the people and the universities that may be able to offer them what they're looking for.
Australian Trade Commissioner David Napton was pleased to see a large crowd attending the roadshow.
We have 26 universities. There are, I believe, 39 universities in Australia. We have 26 of them here in Port Moresby. So yeah, it's a good result and a good indication of the interest in from the Australian universities in providing training for Papua New Guinea students.
He said with over 30 universities in Australia, the 26th university present, along with 4 other institutions, show the interest Australian universities have in educating Papua New Guineans. The next stop will be in Madang, then to Lae before finishing off in Kokopo. Adelaide Xerox Kari, National EMTV News.
Staff members of the Fire Department headquarters in Port Moresby were out of their office yesterday cleaning the streets of Boroko, part of a community service program tasked to all government departments. The Fire Department is the second department to engage in the clean-a-thon exercise. EMTV News caught up with some of the staff yesterday.
We have been tasked by our management to contribute our service as part of the community service to the cleaning up of this Boroko and the residents and the surrounding areas that we are working within the vicinity. So, as you can see, all our staff here, they have taken a day off by contributing our service to cleaning up of Boroko service. Our headquarters is right here. So we have been instructed by the DPM to our management to conduct this cleaning up of town, Boroko town. So as you can see now, we have taken a day off and tell other people that please use your mind, don't throw rubbish around, and keep our Boroko town clean. Thank you.
The Tā Moko remains sacred for the Maori people of New Zealand because it's their identity. Tā Moko is the permanent body and face marking with its purpose and applications totally sacred. It's the inscription of one's identity as a Maori to their family, tribe and community. However, today's challenge is to maintain the Tā Moko's original application and art from dying because it's a living expression of one's genealogy. Fabian Hakalitz reports.
The Tā Moko is very important to the Maori culture because it reflects the genealogy known as Wakapapa and the traditional knowledge and skills passed down from the ancestors. Tā Moko is a skin art form applied to the face and body, and in the man, the moko could cover the whole face and be seen as a cultural affirmation.
It represents that person's personality and characteristics, one's relationship to their family, their tribe.
According to Mr. Webster, the Maori tattoo art has declined in the 20th century and it's into its revival era. Many Maori now wear Tā Moko as an expression of cultural pride and integrity. The Maoris are implementing this art form and its philosophy back to the community because it's a living expression.
These days, the whole application of the art form is different than what it used to be. People can choose to receive Tā Moko. Some people get put forward by their families and their tribe to, receive Tā Moko.
In Guam, Fabian Hakalitz, National EMTV News.
And the official closing of the 12th Festival of Pacific Arts is happening tonight at Paseo Festival Village in Hangatna, Guam. Our journalist on the ground, Fabian Hakalitz, will provide us an update in tomorrow's bulletin. You're watching National EMTV News. Trukai Sports is next. We will preview the 27th SP Sports Awards and a tribute to the boxing legend Muhammad Ali. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The 27th SP Sports Awards is set to take place tonight at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Port Moresby. 33 contestants will be vying for awards in various categories of sportsmanship, people's choice, community sports and sports administration. Eric Harupma reports.
The SP Sports Awards recognize achievements for PNG sportsmen and women, with 33 finalists will be vying for the top awards tonight. Tonight's program will unfold at 6:30 p.m. arrival of guests and will be starting at 7 p.m. 33 contestants from the 11 categories are on offer tonight in the following categories.
When we say we're recognizing achievements from 2015, it's what our athletes, our sports officials, our sports reporters, what they've done over the last 12 months. So this year we have 33 finalists in 11 categories.
Athlete of the Year, Team of the Year, Junior Male and Female Team of the Year, Junior Male and Female Athlete of the Year, Community Sports Initiative, Sports Administration, Sports Board of the Year, and People's Choice Awards.
Looking forward tonight, and we'd just like to congratulate the 33 finalists. Whatever the result is tonight, all the 33 finalists are winners tonight, and we'd like to also thank the national federations, the public for getting out there and supporting these finalists by nominating them.
It will be massive tonight here at Crown Plaza. We have the SP Sports Award presentation coming up, which will invite guests from the corporate, private and all sectors to witness the award presentation, which 33 candidates are vying for the awards. Eric Harupma, National EMTV Sports.
Working their way out from the small tribe of Epari in the Southern Highlands province, the Epari Souths of Pangaea basketball team have been nominated as one of the 3 candidates contesting for the award of the National Performance of the Year category in the 2016 PNG Sports Awards. Epari Souths of Pangaea is the first team from the basketball fraternity to be nominated for this award.
Starting off as a rural-based team, it was quite a challenge for the Epari Souths of Pangaea basketball team as they competed regionally and are now the 2013 premier for the William Powie Cup, which was held in Mount Hagen. The team also went on to grab the top spot in the National Souths basketball competition last year.
The Epari Souths is a basketball team actually from Pangaea, Southern Highlands province, a rural-based team that actually comes and plays for competitions such as the PNG grassroots selections done in Southern Highlands, Mendi, and then also takes part in the National South Basketball competition organized in Western Islands or in Madang or in Lae or in Port Moresby.
Epari South of Pangaea sponsor David Peters says they are excited to be nominated for the National Performance of the Year SP Award, as this is not only an achievement for them but for the basketball fraternity as well, since this is the first time for a basketball team to be nominated for an SP Award.
Yes, there's been huge challenges. This team is actually from the putting together players from the villages in Pangaea, and one of the main challenges is they actually do their trainings and they play in a village setting, basketball courts, and then come in to play in major stadiums like the Tauranga Aquatic Center. It's a very different setting altogether, and they like the training facilities, they like sport, for them to actually go and take part in other competitions.
Despite being a big sport in the country, basketball still needs more recognition, and Epari South of Pangaea appreciates the nomination and are optimistic for tonight's outcome. They are thankful for the support they have received from the community back in Epari, and if they are to win, it will be dedicated to the Epari community as well as the supporters throughout the country. Dinero Striko, National EMTV Sports.
Boxing legend Muhammad Ali has died at the age of 74. He died today after a 32-year battle with Parkinson's disease. He turned pro at the age of 18 when introduced to boxing by a policeman, and his lifetime record stands at 56 wins and 5 losses. He is known as the greatest boxing champion of all time.
This is the legend of Muhammad Ali, the greatest fighter there ever will be.
He proclaimed himself the greatest, and millions of fans around the world agreed.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Those phrases became Ali's motto. His wit and charisma outside the ring would also make him one of the world's best-known personalities. But his persona began to emerge long before he captured his first heavyweight championship. He was born Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. in Louisville, Kentucky, during an ugly era of racial segregation in America. At 12 years old, Ali's world would change forever when a local police officer introduced him to boxing. He turned pro at the age of just 18, and at 22, he stunned the boxing world, defeating a fighter the experts thought was invincible, Sonny Liston.
I took up the world. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
Ali knocked out the heavily favored young champion George Foreman. It was called the Rumble in the Jungle. His last fight in 1981 would mark the beginning of another battle that Ali described as his toughest, the diagnosis that he was afflicted with Parkinson's disease. After 2 decades of redefining the heavyweight division, Ali was forced to retire. His lifetime record, 56 victories, just 5 defeats. In 1996, Ali provided one of the most poignant moments in sports history. With 3 billion people watching, he lit the Olympic flame at the Summer Games in Atlanta. In 2005, Ali was presented with the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award, the nation's highest civilian honor.
When you say the greatest of all time is in the room, everyone knows who you mean.
And the weather report is next. We'll have all the details after this break. Stay with us.
True Kai Sports.
A look now at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours in the southern region. Light showers expected in Port Moresby, Daru, Kerma, Alotau and Popondetta. To the Momasa region, a shower or two in Leh and Wau, a few showers in Madang, thundery showers in Wewak and Vanimo. To the New Guinea Islands region, showers expected in Kokopo, Rabaul and Kimbe, showers and thunderstorms in Buka, Lorengau and Kavieng. And in the Highlands region, Mount Hagen, Goroka, Kundiawa, Mendi and Wabeg, some light showers over the next 24 hours. Before we go, recapping our top stories tonight. PNG Air Service delivers program to modernise air traffic service. Ramuniko mine in Madang to remain closed following investigations. And awards up for grabs in tonight's 27th SP Sports Awards. And that's how we end today's news for Saturday, the 4th of June 2016. From the EMTV News team, pleasant viewing. Good night.